Creating your first chart, it can be done in a matter of minutes. Hardest part is your data. How to create a chart, an incredibly easy method that works for everyone. Let me show you. Brad Williams, Excel Prime. Section 1.11, how to create a chart, an incredibly easy method that works for everyone. And I mean incredibly easy. This will be a snap. You'll be surprised how easy it is. It literally takes seconds to do. Let's just explain. When we get to the data, what we're going to do is similar to adding a table. We're just going to go to the insert over here to insert. You're going to see all of this stuff here. I don't want to get into it, but we will. We're going to end up going over to the chart section, insert charts, and we're going to hit recommend a chart. Now, if I hit this, it's going to recommend a chart. That's fine. There's really nothing to chart. We need data in order to chart. So we're going to move over to sheet 2. We're going to design, we're just going to open up a chart, and then we'll get into more data down the road. I'm going to hit cancel here. Here we are on sheet 2 of section 1.11. And what I did was I gathered a bunch of data from the site. That means if you want to know about inflation, if you want to know about GDP, about unemployment, or a whole host, an endless database. FRED, Federal Reserve Database, which is probably, I would say it's one of the best. It is by far the most detailed data available, and Excel offers a simple add-in. Here it is, right here, FRED. The way it works is you pick whatever data source you want, and it's going to spit it out right there on your spreadsheet. Now, it's a bit limited to the amount of data. If you need some rather micro level, then you'll have to go directly to FRED. So just Google FRED and it'll take you to FRED, and then it'll blow your mind as to how much data is there. But I'm a little off topic here. This is FRED's data. In this particular case, I just grabbed oil prices because here we are in July of 2022. Oil is the key topic, so why not talk about it? I just grabbed all the data from 2012. What we're going to do is we want to see what this looks like. We're going to grab this data, and what we're going to do for clarification is there are probably there's too many rows to try to, we could scroll down here. We want to just split this data. So let's go back. Let's go to home. Because you want to split this data, you can go format cells, but here's the easier way to split this. Just go view and split. What do I mean by split? We want to be able to scroll down here without losing this data. Why? Because in some cases, this could be thousands of rows. And so you're going to get bogged down by trying to get to the bottom. So a simple split, either column or row, I can get rid of that. I can insert split. I can keep this column split. And then if I wanted to go from column to column, I would have this data over here, and then anything way over here to the right, I can scroll over, use this arrow and find that data. Or in this particular case, we want row data. We can hit split again to get rid of it. We can double click this because we don't need it, highlight this particular cell, and we hit control key down arrow. That'll take us to the end. Let's go to the top, and then we can always hit end. You can go page up, page down, or you can hit control page up, page down. So back to this chart, let's just set it up. We go insert, and then we get charts. This is charts, and we're going to hit recommended charts. We have various data. You could see the problem here. We have all this unnecessary stuff here. If you want all of this to show up on your chart, then you're free to do that. But you could see the layout here, and you're going, well, I don't like all of this data. All I want is, so we want to get rid of this U.S. energy information. We can cut that, and we can paste it over here. Now we have crude oil prices for this date. We have this row here. If you don't want this row, right click with your mouse and you can hit delete. Otherwise, Control Z, you can highlight this row, you can go Control minus. All right, so we want to get rid of this particular row, highlight it, and then what we want to do is highlight the crude oil and the last oil price. This was as of 5/1/22. Just highlight crude oil, hold down your shift key, then hit 109.55, go to insert, recommended charts. So now here's a preview. Crude oil prices, Texas Intermediate Cushing values, okay. And then we have the dates, and then we have oil prices. If you don't like that configuration, you can do a line configuration. If you want to see a little more color, there you go. And note, here are the oil prices, here are the dates. If you want line graph, if you want charts, all right, or if none of those really suit your fancy, you can go here, okay, you can go 3D if that's your, you can do a pie chart, probably won't look very good because we have too much data for a pie chart. We have a bar chart and you can see the difference, it just doesn't look very good. We have an area chart and then you can go up here and figure it any way you want. You can do a histogram, box whistler, waterfall, which won't apply, a funnel chart, which is too hard to read. You can do a combo chart. You can see the differences. So let's just stick with the recommended chart. And there you go. There's your West Texas oil. It just disappeared. What happened to it? You could see it changed. It went to the bottom. So you can do all kinds of things here. You can change, you can move this. So click it. Careful when you do this. You can see there's a different areas that allow you to move and not move. So we're going to move this, and sometimes it's a pain in the butt. So I've always found if you Control X, scroll up to where you want this, hit Control V, there's your chart. If you don't like the chart, or if it's too congested, you can expand it by just grabbing any of these. Be careful here, Control Z. Grab this data inside here, it's going to throw off the configuration. You could see the layout here is it gets a little confusing. Each of these has their own little department. And if you move them, it can change the layout. And you can see oil prices since 2010 up to 2023. Why don't we do this? Let's just highlight this thing. Put your arrow over this line here and just hit delete. And it's done. Be sure to check out our extensive courses, which include Excel data and text manipulation for advanced users, beginners, intermediate. We also have this great essentials, the A to Z for advanced users, the comprehensive beginner level 1 and 2. Then we have our advanced formulas, strictly formulas, great set of courses, which we have a beginner level 1 and beginner level 2, this intermediate level, and we have this advanced level. Click on any of the links. There's a short video that explains everything about the course. Check it out. Here we go again. Let's just do this real quick. Insert, recommended chart. Your active cell needs to be close to the chart information, okay? So there's no way to develop a chart. So let's go back over here, go recommended charts, and you can see the algorithm will pick this data up. I like the line chart a little more than the bar chart. Let's hit this. There you go. I'm just going to make this a little bigger. There's oil prices for your charts. Brad Williams, XL Prime.